A lone villa stands amidst the unfinished Delhi suburbs, a stark contrast to the half-built houses and wild fields. Overgrown fields stretch towards the horizon, hinting at the isolation surrounding the villa. The air hangs heavy and still, intensifying the sense of remoteness. Sunlight bathes the scene, casting long shadows that emphasize the villa's solitude. Raghav and Nidhi enter the villa, sunlight streaming in. Nidhi remains silent, her expression unreadable. Nidhi's silence hints at unspoken reservations. Nidhi enters the upstairs yellow room, where uneven, stained walls hint at neglect and a history of decay. A damp, metallic smell hangs heavy in the air, creating a palpable sense of discomfort and oppression. The room feels like a silent witness to untold stories, each stain a mark of past sorrows and forgotten secrets. An unsettling atmosphere permeates the space, wrapping Nidhi in a cloak of unease and foreboding. Raghav secures Nidhi's laptop in the cabinet, the lock clicking shut, sealing away her digital world. He turns, offering a tender smile. I promise you long walks and absolute peace, just what you need. The most important thing is that you must not overthink. One miscarriage does not end the world, Raghav says, his voice a soothing balm. Bustling Delhi streets teem with life as Raghav sets off, his clinic in South Delhi his destination. He leaves Nidhi behind, entrusting her care to Shanti, the maid, a silent guardian in their home. A pile of medication sits nearby, a stark reminder of Nidhi's fragile state. The vibrant chaos of Delhi contrasts sharply with the quiet concern etched on Raghav's face. In the villa's yellow room, Nidhi sits motionless, her gaze lost on the wall where sunlight reveals its age. The cracked surface whispers stories of the past, each fissure a silent witness. The room holds its breath, waiting for Nidhi to unravel its secrets. Sunlight bathes the kitchen as Nidhi and Shanti face each other, the scent of spices thick in the air. Nidhi's question hangs in the air. What about the yellow room? Shanti pauses, her silence heavy with unspoken history. Shanti's voice barely a whisper, hinting at past tragedy. Years ago, a patient of Raghav's lived there, Shanti says, her gaze distant. A chilling revelation. She went missing. The kitchen air suddenly feels colder. Soft light paints long shadows across the villa bedroom as Nidhi sits on the bed, her face a mask of worry. Raghav stands silhouetted by the window, the night's darkness reflecting in his distant gaze. I told you about the smell. And Shanti's story, Nidhi says, her voice laced with urgency. Raghav dismisses her fears. Nidhi, you're letting your imagination run wild. There's nothing to worry about. In the villa's upstairs yellow room, Nidhi's intense gaze focuses on the aged wall, a sense of unease growing within her. The stains on the wall start to morph, revealing disturbing shapes in the diffuse light. A crouching figure begins to emerge from the discoloration, a silent sentinel etched in the villa's history. A pale arm materializes, reaching out from the wall as if pleading for release. An eye forms within the stains, staring back at Nidhi with an unnerving intensity. Nidhi's breath hitches as the wall seems to come alive, its secrets now unveiled in the haunting tableau. The yellow room holds her secrets, its essence clinging to her as she pours her thoughts onto paper. Dust motes dance in the dim light of Raghav's study as Nidhi surveys rows of aged books and forgotten artifacts. Her questing gaze settles upon a locked file cabinet, hidden away in the shadows. Her fingers trace the cold metal, a silent question hanging in the heavy air. Her fingers stop on a chilling label. Case 47, Shalini S. Psychosis, divided by subject deceased. Nidhi's eyes narrow, a flicker of determination in the dim light of the study. In Raghav's study, morning light reveals dust motes as Nidhi pores over a report at the mahogany desk, brow furrowed. The report details Shalini's growing conviction. Another woman dwells within the villa's walls. A faded photograph atop the report shows Shalini before a yellow wall, fear and resolve etched on her face. The photograph captures Shalini's haunted gaze, a silent scream trapped within the villa's secrets. Nidhi's eyes narrow, the weight of Shalini's terror pressing down in the sunlit study. In the villa bedroom, the night air hangs heavy as Nidhi confronts Raghav, her emotions barely contained. Her eyes reflect a storm of unspoken words, her stance rigid with unresolved tension. Raghav watches her, a flicker of defensiveness in his gaze as he braces for the confrontation. His voice cuts through the strained silence. "You're starting to sound like her." The wind howls like a banshee, tearing at the villa's foundations. In the villa's upstairs yellow room, Nidhi stands alone, an unsettling silence amplifying her growing unease. She pauses, body tense, as if listening for something beyond the reach of normal hearing. A sudden chill races down her spine, a primal warning echoing through her very being. A disembodied voice whispers, seemingly emerging from the walls themselves, wrapping around her. The voice pleads in a haunting echo. "Nikan de mujhe. Let me out." Nidhi kneels, her fingers scratching at the aged paint, driven by a desperate need to uncover secrets. With a soft crack, the paint gives way, revealing the damp plaster beneath. The plaster oozes a viscous dark fluid, the villa's hidden wounds now exposed. A wave of nausea washes over Nidhi as the villa's secrets slowly surface. Strands of hair cling to Nidhi's desperate fingers. She tears harder at the wall, a silent scream building within. The villa wall bulges, paint groaning as a spectral form strains against its surface, a pregnant silhouette in negative space. The spectral woman is fully formed, a haunting figure against the villa walls, her presence a chilling omen. Nidhi stands frozen, her breath catching in her throat, as she confronts the enigmatic woman's shadow. Then, with a swift, ethereal grace, the shadowy figure dissolves into the impenetrable darkness. Raghav enters the yellow room. A scene of utter chaos unfolds with overturned furniture and scattered books amidst thick dust. Nidhi crouches in a corner, rocking gently, a tuneless hum escaping her lips in the eerie silence. The walls bear a chaotic mosaic of smudged handprints, a disturbing blend of yellow paint and torn wallpaper. The room tells a silent story of distress and disarray, the air heavy with unspoken tension. "She's out now," Nidhi whispers, her voice barely audible above the morning silence. A subtle shift in her stance, a release of tension, as she continues. "We both are." A close-up reveals a faint, golden glow emanating from her eyes. The golden light intensifies slightly, a hint of the power now unleashed within her. Days later, in the villa's upstairs yellow room, painters begin their work. The first stroke of paint rolls onto the wall, white transforming to yellow. Brushes glide, spreading the new layer, masking what lies beneath. An unblinking eye slowly emerges from beneath the fresh coat. The eye stares out, a silent witness to the transformation. Muffled whispers ride the wind, their urgency palpable, yet their words remain swallowed by the storm's roar. The villa stands defiant against the storm, its secrets shielded by darkness and the relentless rain.